last day I saw my grandmother alive was November 30th, 2015. I was visiting her in Central America. I remember waking up early that morning and I found her in the barn and she was cutting up some grass. She was surrounded by large mounds of grass. She was sitting on this old tree stump, grabbing piles of grass and chopping it up with a machete. And I just remember being so fascinated at what I was looking at. She just looked so beautiful, really. She looked fine, she was normal, she seemed strong. She was really sick. And she didn't want to go on dialysis because she lived too far out in the country. In order for her to get any medical attention, she had to drive at least 5 hours to a hospital to get dialysis at least 3 times a week. For some reason, I just got this really strange feeling that these pictures and these videos of her were gonna be quite memorable and quite treasured for me and for the rest of my family. And even though she was really sick, she still managed to get up every day at 5 a.m. to feed her cows, to milk her cows, to feed the chickens, to feed the goats, to feed all sorts of animals they had on their farm. She did that every single morning. That was all that she really knew. Right after I finished taking the pictures and the video of her cutting up the grass, she told me to wait for her in the kitchen. I can hear her humming as she's coming towards the kitchen. And she was humming a very nice, sweet song, even though it's kind of a sad song, but now every time I hear it, it reminds me of her. And she just goes, She was laying in her bed, and so I sat at the edge of her bed and she held my hand and she started to cry. And she started to tell me that she loved me very much, but that she knew that it was going to be the last time we would see each other on this earth. It truly felt like I was saying goodbye to her for the very first time. And I left, and now it's been over a year that she's been gone. Later that day, while I was packing my bags to come back home, she came into my room where I was staying and she gave me this scarf. And this is the last gift that she gave me. She ended up going to bed really early that day. I know that I'll see her again.